Kevin Pollak is a young comedian and actor who appeared, believe it or not, as one of the tiny brownies in Willow last summer. He's now co-starring in a new series on another network, as they say, called Coming of Age, which goes on October 24th, and he appears regularly at the Improvisation in Hollywood. Would you welcome, please, Kevin Pollak. How you doing?
Very good. Very good.
Did you ever hear Harpo Marx play the harp?
I love Harpo.
I just see. How you doing?
Very good, very good.
You were supposed to be with us a week or so ago, and we ran along or something. Somebody told me. Now, everybody, I did when I was a kid, I'm sure Whoopi did, everybody who does comedy starts out by stealing other people's voices and does impressions.
I would hide behind them.
Because it's easy to go to.
Oh, yeah.
Who do you do?
Well, I started as a waiter, and I would try out the impressions on the customers. That's how I first started. And it helped, because when you're a waiter and you bring the wrong order, you make a mistake. You just don't want to be yourself at that particular moment. For example, one night this woman asked for rice with her fish, very common order. I was in a hurry. I made a mistake, bought her baked potato. Well, she's screaming at me. She can't believe I bought her baked potato. I go, excuse me, ma'am. Geez, I'm sorry. Did I bring you baked potato with fish? What the hell was I thinking?
How do you do the eye?
That's what he said when I met him.
Even the eye goes.
Yeah. And he started to develop certain lines. If they say, waiter, can we have our check, please? And I go, okie doke. And they made me assistant manager, which is fun, you know. Just my job to go to tables if there was a problem. I'd bring over a bottle of champagne, only I'd be drinking it. Hello, everyone. Is there a problem with the waiter? Go ahead when that happens.
What kind of reaction did you get from this?
Oh, they liked it. They liked it. And then, well, a lot of support in San Francisco, where I'm from.
Yeah.
I was just back there doing a show. And everyone was very excited from the family, very supportive. My mom, though, was obsessed that Humphrey the humpback whale had come back, resurfaced. Remember, he got stuck in the Sacramento River?
He's supposed to come back this year. We did, yeah.
And I kept thinking, where's William Shatner? You know, whale in trouble. You bring in Bill Shatner. Humphrey, listen to me. Time and space. You're taking up valuable time and space.
Lady. Look, I hate to go back and do the Falk again.
Well, let me just ask you something, John, if I can. I'm very sorry. I don't mean to bother you, see. I'm sorry.
So get some minutes, yeah. That's marvelous. That's marvelous. You got a good ear. Where are you from originally?
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah. And
did you ever work on the streets up there, or just in clubs?
Oh no, just the clubs.
Yeah, because all the performers started on the streets.
With the show now, I got to write an episode, so I'm very excited about that. Because my mentors really were Albert Brooks and Woody Allen growing up, watching them. As a matter of fact, John, let me just say, I'm not comfortable. I don't think it's just me, okay? I think it's the suit. You have your own clothing. The Johnny Carson line, very nice. This is the Danny DeVito collection, okay?
Nobody's ever done Albert Brooks before.
Right. And I finally met him, and this is the day he got the nomination for Broadcast News.
Right.
And I came in and I said, listen, Albert, congratulations. He knew that I did an impression of him. I said, congratulations on the nomination. Obviously, no one could be more thrilled for your success than I am. And he said, of course not. No one has more to gain from it than you. So it's been fun.
The show goes on
Monday.
I understand. Isn't Doc's wife Emily associated?
Emily Marshall. She created the show. That's right. And although she and Doc share a life, I can assure you she's younger and much more attractive.
Gee, a two-income family. How nice.
Yeah.
Albert Brooks. You don't do Woody, do you?
Well, I tell you what. Ask me if I want to go fishing. This is my favorite story.
Would you like to go fishing?
Actually, without sounding a bit didactic, I think it's extremely important we analyze this little request of yours. First of all, I don't like fishing, because you have to pack, and I'm not a real skilled packer. I think I put that in my resume. You might want to check that. And they don't like fish, I don't like any actual form of life where they can be enticed by a worm, with the possible exception of my Aunt Bessie, who married Uncle Bernie, of course, a man with many worm-like qualities.
That's marvelous. Good rhythm. Good acceptance, Mr. Woody. We'll be right back. Okay, my next guest. Two guests, actually, are probably the most enduring comedy team in show business. They're appearing at the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas this April. Would you welcome the Smothers Brothers?
Johnny.
the Smothers brother. Hello,
Yeah, no,
Rick.
we're the Smothers Brothers.
Dick, where is?
Wherever I am, Tommy is near.
All right, what's
Well,
going?
he's
What's going on?
backstage.
What's the problem?
There's no problem.
Or did he get cold feet or what?
No, he's just waiting to come on. He has something special since you set up that sign. That was such a cute thing.
Oh, thank
And it's the last time that we're probably going to do the show with you. And the Tonight Show with Jack Parr started our
I know.
career, and the very last part of his run. And then we've done your show all over the years, 30 years.
my
And
goodness.
since this is the last time that we'll have time to do your show, Tommy wanted to give you a gift from his heart because he feels such a kinship to you. And comedic geniuses and
Right.
and all that kind of stuff.
All
And,
that.
he thinks you're very handsome too.
Well, isn't that nice?
Good looking guy.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so he wants to give you a gift, but I have to have
Ed has
help
to
me.
carry it out, or
Yeah,
what?
Ed, could you introduce my brother?
Sure,
He
I
would
will, yeah.
deem it an honor because of all these years you've done it with Johnny. It would make him feel. I got to tell you what to do. Yeah. So just. Okay. Is that all right?
Yeah. You ready?
All right. So he's here.
And now, here's Tommy.
It was so cold. (42 degrees).
Good Lord. Do I look as bad as Ed Sullivan? I mean, you almost matched the jacket too. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, Johnny, and we've done, how many shows have we done? 25,
At least.
25, 30 shows. And when you announced you were going to retire, which was 10 years ago, I started working on this,
Yeah.
and I was hoping that you'd consider me, but I'm not. I like Jay Leno very much, but
Yeah,
if you have
yeah.
any
Second.
second thoughts,
Yeah.
but if you can mention to Jay that on Tuesdays
Yeah.
I'm available.
Ready to come in. Gee, well, it was really, it was, John. Now I can't do anything. Now
No.
I can't.
You know, we wear the same size clothes. In fact, this is your jacket.
You got,
And we've been married 3 times.
yeah, that's true.
Unsuccessfully. And anyway.
You just figure you're ready for it,
Yeah.
huh?
But the best thing that's happened for Dick and I, not for Dick and I, but for me particularly, is an announcement that I'd like to share it this morning at 7 a.m. My wife had a baby boy. Thank you.
That's not true.
What?
What do you mean it's not true?
Wait a minute, Tommy, you're just going for some love from the audience. What is this?
Are you,
No, it's not
wait a
true,
minute,
Johnny.
you
It's not-
did that just to get applause?
He's not telling the truth. That's right. Now, why do you come out here? You start off at Johnny's last thing. You start off. You do a great job with Johnny, and then you say something that's not
Okay,
true to this
wait.
audience. Why do you do that?
If you hadn't have said anything, they would have bought it.
But that's lying, Tom. That's lying. Why are you lying to these people?
What?
Why are you lying to the people? Why are you lying? Look in the camera. Tell them, why are you lying?
National policy.
Would you stop this business? Would you stop this?
Nothing.
Now, I introduce you guys. Well, stop this business.
Where's the
Being
pencil?
together longer than any other comedy team. Longer than
Yep.
Yeah.
Dick and Dan, longer than Mark. Give me that pencil. Longer than Rowan and Martin, right? How long altogether you guys been together?
We're in our 34th year as a team.
That's a long run. How do you sustain it?
But see, most people don't grow up and say, I want to be part of a comedy team.
Yeah.
They use that as a means to an end, and we're being brothers. I think it's a natural, and we always approach the relationship as like a marriage,
Yeah.
a real old marriage. A lot of fighting and no sex, and we think that's just, that's the reason it's worked out just fine.
Yeah. What's the best routine you've ever done?
A best routine we've ever done, we haven't done yet. But when
Is that a fact?
yeah. But we have a routine that it's not a routine because Dickie didn't know about it, but George Burns been on the show a lot of times. And
Yeah.
George Burns, I'm a great fan. I talk to him about once a week on the phone just to see how the guy's doing. A great classic.
Yeah.
And he said to me when he knew we were going to do the Tonight Show with you, he said, why don't you do the famous What Kind of Dog bit is it? That was done, he said, back in the late 20s, early 30s. It ranks with Abbott and Costello's routine, Who's on First?
Yeah, what was it called?
It's called What Kind of Dog Is It? Done by a comedy team called, in the late 20s, called Benson and Hedges. It was a straight man and a regular guy.
Benson and Hedges was a comedy team?
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
No, you just said they were a comedy team. You said, George said Benson and Hedges
I'm
did
sorry,
this.
if I said Benson, I meant Black and Decker.
Black and Decker.
Black and Decker. Anyway, the routine goes like this, and I told George we'd do this. It's just it goes. Guess what? One guy says, guess what? My dog had pups, and the straight man in the team, Black and Decker, says, what kind of dog is it? And the other guy says, female.
Yeah. And then what's the other guy say?
There's a joke there somewhere.
No. Is that it? Tommy? That's not funny. John, that's an old joke. It's historically interesting, but it's not funny.
Yeah, but see, but we could, let's just do it.
Well, you already gave the punchline. If we did do it, you can't do it now. They heard the joke. You can't tell the
It'll
punchline.
only take a minute.
now.
We'd like to do it because
I don't even know how it
Black
goes.
and Decker. George Burns told me this. Black and Decker, when George and Gracie worked on the stage, Black and Decker did it 3 times a night for the same audience.
Why?
They repeat it. That's the way they did it. And he said that Gracie had tears coming out of her eyes the second time they did it. Third time they did it, they were on the floor. Absolutely killed the audience.
Right.
You want to try it?
I don't even know it.
Can they do it when we?
Yes.
All right. Can we do it?
Sure.
Can we? Would you stop that? We'll be back in a moment. We're back to Tom and Dick's Mothers. Now, have you guys worked this out, this
No,
routine?
I don't know anything about it.
Okay, wait a second. This is how it goes. This is what kind of dog is it?
Wait a minute.
No, what? Just work with me. Okay, I'm going to go up. I'm going to say to you, guess what? My dog had pups, and you say,
Yeah.
what kind of dog is it? And then I do the punchline.
But it's not funny.
Let's work with it. Let's try it.
Go on. Go ahead.
Well,
Come on, Dick. Go ahead. Give it a go.
Okay. I'm going to say hi, Dick. You say hi, Tom. And I say, guess what? My dog had pups. And then you say, what kind of dog is it? Okay.
I got it. I could say what kind of dog.
Okay, here we go. What kind of dog is it? Black and Decker's famous. What kind of dog is it? Routine done by the Smothers Brothers. Here we go. Here comes my brother walking down the street. Whoa! Hi, Dick.
Hi, Tom.
Guess what?
What street am I walking down?
What difference does it make?
You want me to walk down the street? I don't even know the
It doesn't
bit.
make any difference. What
Give
street.
it a name.
Okay, Main Street. Main
Main's
Street. We're
fine,
walking down Main
sure.
Street. Okay, here we go.
That's all I want to know.
Here comes my brother walking down Main Street. Whoa! Hi, Dick.
Oh, hi, Tom.
Guess what? My dog had pups.
Was it your Cocker Spaniel? Oh, was it?
No, it's not my Cocker Spaniel. Here's
Then
what-
it wasn't your dog,
No, work
was
with
it?
me. Just say,
Whose dog was
no,
it?
it's my dog, but it's not my Cocker Spaniel.
But how could...
Pretend I have a new dog.
Okay,
You're
so what
pretending
do you
you're-
want me to do?
All you say is, what kind of dog is it? That's it.
That's
okay.
it?
That's it. Now
Okay.
work with me.
All right.
Okay, here comes my brother walking down Main Street. Whoa, hi, Dick.
Oh, hi, Tom. What kind of dog is it?
You gotta
You
wait.
told me to ask
But you
you.
wait till I say my dog had pups.
I already know your dog has pups.
But
You just told me.
We're starting over again. We're starting over again. We're starting over. When I say my dog had pups, then you say, what kind of dog is it? Now work with me.
After she has the pups.
When I say, I don't want you to analyze this, just when I say my dog had pups.
Well, I've
all
never
you-
heard the bit before.
Shut up! Look at me. All you say is, what kind of dog is it? That's your part.
I did.
Just say it, wait till I say my dog had
Okay.
pups.
That's all?
Yes.
Okay.
Here comes my brother walking down Main Street.
Hi, Tom.
You don't. No, I say hi, Dick. You don't say hi, Tom, because you haven't seen me yet.
Well, I thought I was looking at you.
No, I'm not there yet. I say hi, Tom, then you say hi,
Well,
Dick.
where are you?
I'm not on Main Street, so how could you say hi, Tom?
Well, how do I know where you are?
I'm on Westchester. I see you way down there with your backs to me. You're on Main Street with your backs to me. So how could you say hi, Tom, if you don't see me?
Because I thought I saw
It wasn't
you.
me!
Well, it sure looked like
It wasn't me!
Well, whoever it was had your dog.
When it started to work, didn't it?
Come on. This is straight out. Hit him with the punchline. Come on, hit him with the punchline.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Do it now.
No.
Tom, you worked all the way
No,
to...
it's a perfect pit. It was this piece
What's
was
wrong with
suggested.
you?
Wait a second. It was suggested by George Burns, Black & Decker. It's a classic piece of material. You want to embroider
We
it.
got
You want to
laughs.
ad-lib across it. I don't
Well,
wanna
how do you
it.
want me to do
Do
it?
it verbatim as I told you to do it.
Okay, you got it. Verbatim.
Here comes my brother walking down Main Street. Hi, Dick.
Hi, Tom.
How you doing?
Fine. Fine.
Oh, guess what?
What?
My dog. My dog had pups. My dog had pups.
What kind of dog is it? Female? Hey, it works both ways. Isn't that amazing? That George Burns really knows his stuff. I like that one. That's great.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you. We got to do it. Let's start again. Let's do it from the top.
No, I don't want to do it anymore.
Anytime.
Good. Oh, God. 34 years. Do you guys remember Wheeler and Woolsey?
Yeah.
That name rang a bell. They were a comedy team.
Don't remember.
In films, Wheeler and Woolsey.
Don't remember them.
Yeah. Well, you Olsen and Johnson?
Olsen
Remember them?
Johnson, yeah.
What are some of the other cons? Gallagher and Sheen go way back. Ron
Carson
Martin.
Dunn. Yeah.
What?
Wayne and Schuster.
Wayne and Schuster.
Oh, yes, of
Well,
course.
They only appeared on the Sullivan Show. Here they are, Wayne from Canada, Wayne and Schuster. You know, never could tell which one was Wayne and which one was
Never
Schuster.
could tell. Never could tell.
Yeah. What?
There's a lot of noise over
What are you having? A spelling bee over there? You do? Did you? No. Do I do all that? Do we have to cut away? We have to cut away. We'll be right back. Johnny Winters is a longtime friend of mine. I think I've known John for 20-some years. And next to Broderick Crawford, I think he's the funniest man in the world. Broderick Crawford was always my idol. No, he's a brilliant and innovative performer. And Johnny, tomorrow night, he has a special. Johnny Winters presents 200 Years of American Humor. And that'll be on at 8 p.m. here on NBC. Would you welcome Mr. Jonathan Winters?
I say they've changed the carpeting.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
fresh.
think, haven't they? Isn't it fresh?
No, we freshened up the set. a little
These are
bit.
patches from everywhere. We did this in therapy.
These are these are from the different shows that were canceled, and when they take the carpet, they just cut it off and bring it here, and we
That's
use
great.
it.
You never went inside, did you, Colonel?
No, I did not.
Officers somehow or another, just remain in the Jeep. But I was taken quickly.
Yes, he's a.
But I'm okay now because I'm under heavy sedation. Dear.
Oh, yes. How are you, wild man?
Well, I'm fine. I picked up a little green, went to Chicago. Exciting, Chicago. Oh, yes. 2 or 3 people are out here to bum off their relatives. And
Come on, still here from Christmas.
I've got a few, that sneak in every once in a while. But no, I went in to do a job. As a matter of fact, talking about carpeting, it was for some carpeting unit. There, I've spent the money now, so there's no sense in giving them full credit. But it was fun. I saw an old friend of mine, Jack McGuire. He and I used to have some fun times, and have a little gasoline, you know, and drink some shaving lotion and stuff. So we talked about old times.
Your name came up the other night. We were with some people, and who were admirers of yours, and I was telling them about the days, 15, 20 years ago, when we would do strange things together.
Oh, yeah, hide in the bushes. And
Remember some of those?
Sure. I remember most of them. And there are a lot of them I don't, of course. I remember one time, some highway, a major highway.
Had concrete on it and everything.
Had
Yes.
concrete and everything. And I was sitting like this in the snow. And State Highway Patrolman came up and he said, can I help you? And I said, yes, you can. I've been meditating over whether this vodka's gone or still there. So he took me in for a little observation. I was frozen harder than a carp. Yeah, I remember all that night, the officer and I, he was very nice to me. We sat in his car because he didn't have a very good battery, and so he was kept, and I made fun of that, because.
You ever miss those days? Those, kind of silly, nutty.
No, I don't, because I tell you, I like it better the way I am now.
Right.
Because when I see something in the zoo, I recognize it, and
You say that's a bear.
right. Yeah.
There's a lion.
And so
It's nice to know the animals.
Right. Nice to know the animals. So but there were times when naturally I had some fun,
Oh, yes.
Sure, I have all that stuff in my house, for my friends. I have people like yourselves that come over that they've hurt their leg or something, and want a little touch. But myself, I just have a little hot cocoa, about 4 o'clock before I retire.
It's better for you.
Yeah.
I'm with you now.
I know. I eat a lot of vegetables. Doesn't show, but big on lettuce. Oh yeah. I have a thing about rabbits. I love them, and they're active creatures, and if that's what they eat, that's what I eat.
Okay. We'll take a break and be right back. We're talking with former Governor Reagan, and during the break we were discussing, when I mentioned that I thought most people were not apathetic, I think they're confused, basically, because you hear intelligent people from both political parties or in the middle, conservatives and liberals, and they all seem to have different answers as to what is going wrong in the country. Some people say, well, let's let the government spend billions of dollars, and then other people say, no more federal spending. Let's give the tax rebates. And the other intelligent people say, no tax rebates, we've got to do this and do that. So everybody is confused. How do you see the thing? How are we going to get out of this?
Well, Johnny, I think that one of the things is that people keep looking to government for the answer, and government's the problem. A moment ago, you asked, about people and feeling not only confused, but low and down in America. First of all, the American people, if they would just take a little inventory and look around, you triple our troubles, and we're better off than any other people on earth. And we've asked so much of government, and we've gotten in the habit over the last 40 years of thinking that government has the answers. There's very little that government can do as efficiently and as economically as the people can do themselves. And if government would shut the doors and sneak away for about 3 weeks, we'd never miss them. Now, if the people want to be
Anybody you had in mind particularly?
No, I said this while I was in government.
Okay.
Our biggest problem is that we have built a permanent structure of government, federal, state, and local, the permanent employees, and they've come to the place that they actually determine policy in this country more than does the Congress of the United States. There are 14.5 million public employees in the United States. That's quite a voting bloc. And the bureaus and agencies, not in Washington, I heard you talking earlier about some of the research programs. Well, there was a senator the other day, and he took up some pages of the congressional record. He was doing the same thing you were, listing all these crazy research programs and how much they were costing, and wound up his speech by introducing his own. He wants a study and a research of transcendental meditation.
So,
You know, there's a state senator in Michigan, and he just found out the other day they got a $93,000 study on whether chitlins are bad for you. And he said that as a fourth-generation chitlin eater, he figured that he could tell you how for 93 cents you could find out the answer to that.
no, we laugh at those things, but they do happen, I guess.
Oh, listen, you had some beauties and there's some others. What would you say if I told you about a study in which this was called the demography of happiness? And in this study, the government found out that young people are happier than old people. And they found out that people that earn more are happier than people that earn less. And they found out that well people are happier than sick people.
That's good. Well, that's
Now,
glad
this
to
was
know that.
$249,000 to find out it's better to be rich, young, and healthy than old, poor, and sick.
So when you say now that it's that the government may be the problem, so what do people do? They have to look to somebody, and you say if they look for themselves, that's it may be good advice.
Well,
But
they
how
don't
about
stay
somebody
home.
who's on a Social Security pension or a pension they're trying to live on $150 a month? You know, they have to look to somebody, I guess.
Yeah.
And they're saying, hey, we can't make it. We can't afford to go to a doctor.
Well, 62% of the people can't stay home in an election and cure things, as we did in the last election.
I just read this week heard this week on the radio. They dropped 300,000 voters from the Los Angeles roll because they didn't take the time to go to the polls in the last election. 300,000
It
people.
was the lowest percentage in history. Only 38% of the people voted in the national election. And this means that people aren't paying any attention to what... Well, here, a poll was taken recently that found out that only 46% of the people in the poll could name their United States congressman. But what was worse, 86% of those who could name him couldn't tell you a single thing that he represented or stood for.
They just knew that he represented the state. But
He was a
didn't know where his views
congressman,
were.
but what's he doing while he's up there? And the same is true at the local levels of government and all the rest. But
So you're saying people really have to take an active interest, and you have to have citizen
That's
action
right.
groups locally and
let them know. See,
concerned
the special
citizens and et
interest
cetera.
groups. Now, the special interest groups aren't, as everyone thought, big, powerful business interests or something that are going to persuade government to do things. As a matter of fact, I don't know anyone with less influence today in government than business. They're just a convenient whipping boy. But it's the groups that have got a particular axe to grind. You can't have a power plant because it might interfere with the seagulls. Now, I think I'm an environmentalist. And I do not agree with those people way over on the edge who paved the whole country over in the name of progress. But also, I don't like those on the other extreme that won't let you build a house unless it looks like a bird's nest. Someplace in the middle, we got to allow people our ecology too.
Right.
Well, this kind of group, and they want their particular program. Hundreds of dollars have been added to the cost of an automobile, putting gadgets on it to clear up the air. We're the only country in the world that's set out to do it that way. The automobile industry, over and over again, told government if they give them more time, the answer lay in making the motor more efficient and making it burn the fuel better. And when they were given the limited time, there was only one thing they could turn to. That was the add-ons that you had to go.
And the verdict is really kind of still out on those,
On
whether they're
whether
going to
they're
add
doing
more
any good.
sulfuric acid to the air or not.
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen? Now, you've been asked this question. I'm sure you knew that I might possibly bring it up tonight. There's an election coming up. You're out of politics now, but you're speaking, and as I say, you're going around the country. Do you envision a possibility, say in '76, if the convention, say, was deadlocked? I'm giving you all the theories and so forth, and the conservatives took over possibly and got control of the electoral process, and they couldn't quite make a decision, and they came to you and said, Governor Reagan, We can't decide between Mr. Ford and Mr. Rockefeller. We're divided. Would you like to go to the White House?
You remember that answer I gave you about the CIA?
Yeah. Oh, come on. No, I won't buy it. I'm not going to buy it. No, I can understand the CIA now, but
No,
I thought that was delicately phrased.
Yes. Verbose but delicate.
Yeah, verbose but delicate.
No, I think it's an unanswerable question. I don't think anyone, in view of the things that have gone on the last few years, knows what's going to happen in the next 2 years down the road. I think that everyone should hope and pray that people are there will do the job so well that there won't be any question about it. Because if they do, then everything's all right with the rest of us.
You think they're doing their job well?
Well, I agree with some things and disagree with others. When they give me a choice between a $53 billion deficit in the budget and an $80 billion deficit, when budget deficits are what's causing inflation, I don't see that there's any room to be on either side of that argument.
Yeah,
I think the answer to curing inflation is a balanced budget.
Now, how do you do that? I mean, how do you balance the budget?
Well, balancing the budget is like protecting
You don't
your
spend more than you take in, right?
Yeah, it's like protecting your virtue. You have to learn to say no.
There's got to be another way. What's the second option?
Well, no, there's some ways that this could be brought about. First of all, that limitation. Here's another one. Why shouldn't we have, in addition to a simplified income tax, why shouldn't we also have a law that says that any time a legislator or a congressman introduces a spending program, he has to introduce with it a tax program to pay for it? Then let the people find out. There was a woman that, from a financial firm that was back at the President's Economic Council, and her words weren't quoted. Everybody else's words got in the paper, all the Hellers and the Galbraiths and all the so-called economists. And I have a degree in economics, so I can say this. I think an economist is someone who has a Phi Beta Kappa key on one end of his watch chain and no watch on the other. This woman said that you go to the polls and you ask the people, do they want some social service, some program that government can give? And the people in the polls are apt to read and say, hey, that sounds good, yeah. Mm-hmm. But she says that isn't exactly accurate. She says, put a $100 bill in each person's hand, and then show them the program and say, now, isn't that a nice program? Do you want it? Give me the $100. And she says, see what the poll says then, and how many people hang on to the $100 instead of the program.
In other words, if it's rather hidden and someone doesn't know exactly where it's going to come
they
from.
All the government programs start $1 down and we'll catch you later. And they multiply all of those things that you were... The Office of Management and Budget in Washington, that's responsible for the budget, putting the budget together, cannot even tell you how many boards, commissions, agencies, bureaus, and departments there are in the federal government. Yeah. But all of them can pass regulations, and those regulations have the force of law. And the difference is, when you break the law, you're innocent until proven guilty. When you break a regulation, the fellow that charges you with breaking the regulation, you're guilty. Right. And if you want to take him to court and prove you're innocent, that's up to you. Right. And all of these are things that yes, we can trim the budget. There's enough fat in the federal government that if you rendered it, you could wash the world.
They took a poll of the American people the past week, and I think 78% or something, around 75% were opposed to more military aid to Vietnam and Cambodia and Southeast Asia in general. And yet the administration was trying to tell the American people that a couple $100 million or $222 million would make some kind of difference, or that the government might make it. And how do you feel? Do you think that is a lost cause in a way? I think people can see humanitarian, for children, hospitals, et cetera, medical supplies and food. But it seems that the public has just almost had it up with military involvement, where we feel we are not directly threatened.
Well, we are fed up. We're war weary after a long and badly fought war. On the other hand, and this is one where I'll probably lose a lot of people because it isn't popular or political to say this today. When we withdrew our troops, we made a ceasefire, a peace agreement. And it was based on supporting the non-communist forces in Indochina on a basis of one-for-one replacement. Every bullet they expended a bullet to replace it if the communists violated the ceasefire. The communists have violated the ceasefire 72,000 times since it was instituted and we brought our men home. And I think for the United States to break its word, we're in that agreement. We pledged something, and the Congress is now saying that the United States reserves the right to just break its word and not, what are their allies ever going to trust us? And there's no question that backed by Red China and the Soviet Union, the communist forces in Vietnam and Cambodia are on their way to take those over. They do, of course, Laos just automatically falls. Then they're on the edge of Indonesia, 140 million people, which comes within 14 miles at its nearest point of the Philippines. The domino theory is in
Is that
existence.
still a viable theory, do you think?
And yes, it is. And I could see the United States one day being very, very lonely. Now, it's a very funny thing that the same forces that want to cut our defense spending are the same ones that want to increase all these social services and this social tinkering and experimenting that hasn't worked. And every time it doesn't work, they just impose a more expensive program on top of it. I think the American people, if they really look at all the facts, yes, we want fiscal responsibility. But I think we also want a country that is strong enough at all times that we can say to any adventurous guys over there on the other side of the water, you better look twice, brother, before you start getting rough. That we can take care of ourselves.
As you said, even before you made the statement, that would probably get mixed reaction from an
And I can
audience.
understand that. People are, and it's hard to understand how maybe your interest is involved 10,000 miles away. But Russia seems concerned that their interests extend all the way to Cuba and to South America, to Chile and to other countries of that kind. And they're the ones that have said they're going to impose their way of life on the rest of the world. We haven't said we want to do it to the rest of the world, our way.
Let me ask you one more question before you go. Let us assume that there's a third party, that neither party seems to go.
Yeah.
You like this approach already, huh? And they're thrown into disarray, as they say, and a third party is formed. Would you think that'll ever happen in this country, where a third party will be a major type of alternate to what we have?
Well, I'd still prefer to see a revitalization of the two major parties we have, because the two-party system has served us very well. Third parties have a notorious way of not being successful. Now, the Republican Party, some people say, well, that was a third party 100 years ago when it started. It actually wasn't. It was a second party. The Whig Party had shrunk and shrunk, and then the remainder of the Whig Party said to two other groups that had formed parties, hey, want to get together with us? They changed their name and called themselves the other party. And so it was, in effect, the Whigs just disappeared. It was a new second party. Maybe this is time. Maybe it's time for realignment between people who might find themselves in the wrong parties. Maybe there are some people still voting. I was a Democrat most of my life. I became a Republican only not too many years ago. And I had the pleasure of telling some of those people that are saying the Republican Party ought to broaden its base the other day that when I switched parties, I didn't do it because the two parties were alike. I did it because they were different. And I think that the two parties ought to stand up as to what they represent, what they stand for. A third party, they have a way of electing the wrong people because they simply divide themselves from the other forces that feel the same way, and then the other fella sneaks in. And it could happen that neither party would represent what the people want, and finally the people would take some action, do something about it. But I'd rather devote our effort to seeing if we can't find out what the present two parties stand for and which one we want to
But you don't see yourself, or do you see yourself as maybe as a part of that, active politically again? I certainly don't give up, do I?
Yeah, you sure don't. I wish I could think of a good get-off line.
I have Lawrence Spivak's old questions, you know, for this.
Nancy, you know, said to say hello tonight. She thought it was great that we're both in town at the same time.
You too, huh? I get that. Thanks for being with us tonight, really. It was a pleasure to see you again, my best.
Today's guests tonight are Hedda Hopper, Sam Levinson, Jack Douglas and Rico, Jonah Jones, Dick Henderson with the NBC Orchestra, and me. I'm Ed McMahon. And now, here's Johnny.
And it's nice to be here entertaining. See, I've been on vacation the past couple of days, since Friday. I was supposed to be back last night. But over the weekend I was in the Virgin Islands, and if you think I'm going to make a joke about that, you are nuts. You're all making up your own, aren't you? I wouldn't touch that line. But it was lovely. I'll tell you a little bit about it later. But I want to thank Skitch again and Edward. Thank you very much, guys, for filling in on Friday and Monday. Today's Tuesday, isn't it? Tuesday. But I understand you did great. I didn't get a chance to see it, but I had a telegram today that said, I want to thank you for letting Skitch and Ed fill in on Friday and Monday because it did me a lot of good.
Really?
Yes, it was from Steve Allen. You know I made that up. You know I made that up. I'd like to welcome the out-of-towners here tonight. Everybody from out of town? Oh, Julie, I see. And also I'd like to welcome the members of the snow removal squad of New York who sneaked in here tonight. What a job that is. What a job that is. Removing snow. You know, last year they spent in New York $14 million to remove snow from the streets of New York. But Mayor Wagner today, our good, Mayor Wagner, he's right on top of things. He came out with a brand new method of getting the snow out of the streets of New York. You know what he did? He challenged New Jersey to a snowball fight. Well, But I understand last night, the commuters, you were locked in. Nobody got home last night. And in New York, it was like an office party with 8 million people. The Weather Bureau today had 3,000 calls from husbands thanking them for the blizzard. Yeah, I'd love to come home, dear, but it's just... right down for a little blast, and... I'm sorry I missed it, really. Snow is exciting. It really is in New York because it's all right today now. People are moving around as usual. Skitch, I don't understand, almost didn't make the show last night. You were up in Vermont?
Yeah.
And came back and almost didn't make the show. So we'll have fun tonight. Snow affects people different. You know what I was doing this morning?
What were you doing this morning?
What?
I said, what were you doing?
Thank you for asking, sir. You won't believe this, but at 7 o'clock this morning, I was skin diving.
Oh.
Yes, in the Virgin Islands, St. Croix.
Oh.
Yeah. And I got on a plane this morning and got, as I said, I was supposed to be here last. I'll tell you more about it. It was a lot of fun. But snow affects people so wildly. A little old lady today, I just read this in the paper. Snow, they drive them, they go wait. A little old lady walked into the Chase Manhattan. I've been off for a couple of days. Yes, it's Tuesday. Walked in and tried to hold up the Chase Manhattan Bank with a snowball. Really? Yes. She says, I got a snowball. Give me all your fives in a paper bag. Well, the teller panicked and he gave her the money. We got a lot of great people. It's a good night to get back. There's some great people on the show tonight. We have Jack Douglas, Bellevue's most famous outpatient, and his lovely little bride, Reiko. She is a doll. Jack is the only husband I know in the country who has his pancakes in the morning stamped made in Japan. He's married to a Japanese girl. I probably should have said that first. He's married to a Japanese, because it didn't mean anything otherwise. We have Miss Hedda Hopper with us from Hollywood, and Hedda, of course, is famous, for these wild hats she has. Beautiful, but a little flaky. I stood out in the hall, with her for about 10 minutes before the show, before I found out I was talking to a potted palm. You don't believe anything I'm telling you, do you? And Jonah Jones is with us tonight, and the boys in the band are overwhelmed. They respect that guy. Not because he's a great trumpet player, because he has a new recipe for bourbon. they've been trying to run down for some time. Clark, I saw a friend of yours. Yeah. You know Vivian Hamilton? You know Vivian? Yeah, that's what I hear.
She's the wife of the clarinetist with Duke Ellington.
That's right. She said to say hello to you, and I wanted to say hello before I forgot it last night. So, we got a fine show. We'll send up hand warmers a little later. Good to see you again.
Happy to be here.
Did you have fun?
Very nice.
Good. What's...
Very happy you're back.
Well, we're back to normal. What's happening tonight?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Well, you got mittens on?
Doesn't everybody dress this way during the winter time? I do.
What are you coming up with? Are you going to play the piano with mittens and tap dance at the same time? Is that it?
You're putting me on.
No, I thought it was a novelty act. And out in Bayonne, New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen, tap dancing and playing the piano with mittens. Oh, you're going to go? All right. All right. Go. Shit. Well, I can tell I'm back. What a hokey number. Oh. Button up your over.
Doctor, I've just never been able to wear a black dress since I've had this trouble.
Oh, my dear, haven't you heard about Clyde?
He'll put it on. Remember, she comes back the next week and she's got a white dress and no more of this. What is that stuff?
Snow.
Plastic snow. Plastic snow. Why couldn't we go... we got 8 million tons of snow in New York.
We gotta get plastic.
Well, our show goes out and gets plastic snow. We should have brought in some snow and have a snowball fight tonight. We'll challenge you later, friends. Pass out snow to the audience.
Hey, John.
Come on, John Day, don't talk with him. But he's getting something else over there now. John, you enjoy working here, don't you? See? It's just a little courtesy. We'll get you... And a threat. Hey, thanks also for filling in.
Quite welcome. We enjoyed it. Glad you're back.
Then you had fun.
We're back to normal. I was about to start over myself last night.
Oh, boy.
Mr. Stark and me.
That would have been fun. I'd like to see him get Art in here and do something. How much time do we have?
A minute.
Another minute? Have you heard these new what's jokes? I guess they're not new, but there's some new ones around. You know, what so-and-so is so-and-so and so. It's like riddles. But they call them what's joke. Aren't you kids doing these?
No.
Well, for example, what is purple and puts out forest fires? You heard this?
No.
Smokey the Grape. They're like elephant with no elephant jokes, but they're wild, silly jokes. What is 50 feet long, rubber, and has a long tongue?
I give up.
The Jolly Green Giant sneaker. These are so bad that they're great.
They're wild.
What's yellow and clicks? A ballpoint banana, you're right. You know, we must get these late. What's yellow and lies on its back? A dead school bus. Where did these come from?
I think the kids made these up.
What's Smokey the Bear's middle name?
I know that.
The,
yeah.
All right. What robs banks, shoots people, and wears lipstick? Billy the Sissy. We'll be right back. Hello. Skitch, you look a mess. Are you ready?
Yes.
We're going to play Stump the Band.
Yeah.
So you have some already? All right, we'll start from the front and work our way back. Does anybody have any more of those silly what jokes that we haven't heard? What's purple and conquered the world? Alexander the Great.
The great.
Alexander the Grape. You have to come easy with me tonight. You have a Stumpy or do you have a Stumpy? All right, who are you? Want to stand up? If you don't mind. Who are you?
Nora Nevis,
Where are you from?
Manhattan.
Manhattan. You get Riverside Drive? All right. You want me to write that down or something? Or maybe you're holding open house or something. You got a tough one?
Well, I don't think Skitch heard this one. He's, a little before his time, maybe.
Well, let's try it. Skitch goes back quite a ways. It goes back to Macy's, I think, the 15th, don't you? No, I don't know how. It's an old joke, but it's the first thing I thought of.
A little country song.
Is that the name of it?
No, the name of it is Did You?
Did you?
Did you?
Did you?
Yeah.
They don't.
Did you reveal exactly how you feel? Did you?
I knew you were going to do that, too. I just knew.
No.
Yes.
How about did you? That's it.
No. You're flaky as ever. How does that go? I'm not familiar with that either.
Did you ever hear of anybody dying from kissing? Did you? Oh, I'm nervous.
It sounds like it gets pretty racy. Hang on.
Did you ever hear of anybody dying from kissing? Did you? Now I've often heard a pretty maiden sighing from missing a kiss or two. So if you get a kiss, don't begin to think. You may think the kiss is gonna kill you, but it ain't.
Yeah! Very good. Yeah, that's very good. That does go back a few years, doesn't it? There's a wonderful show in town called Beyond the Fringe at the Golden Theater. Have you seen it? Well, you have 2 tickets. Well, thank you. Do you want to stand up? Hi, who are you?
Jan Greeley
Where are you from, Jan?
from Wisconsin.
What are you doing in New York?
I'm a student in New York now.
Where you go to school? Where at?
It's the Latin American Institute, taking the bilingual secretarial course.
You're taking a
Lingual.
Lingual. Oh, good. All right, that's enough of that. What's the number?
Chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner? Chicken dinner. Is this a new song?
No, it's quite old.
An old chicken dinner. It's called Chicken Dinner. They won't know this.
No, we really don't know that song.
Well, you caught us all by surprise by not knowing it.
Ed was trying to get us to sing Fry Me in the Pan.
Fry me
Fry me in a pan.
I don't think so. How does that go, Jan?
When you have chicken dinner, don't forget to wash those bones. When you have chicken dinner, I don't know anymore.
I'll accept that. Here's an album of Skitch Henderson and his chicken leftovers. Playing. You have a what's it joke? All right.
What's purple and has bucket seats?
What's purple and has bucket seats?
A sports grape.
A sports grape. Sit down, please. A sports grape. All right, I'll try another gal here. You want to stand up? Who are you?
I'm Carol Lang
Where are you from, Carol?
from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin.
Are you together, are you?
We graduated from college together.
You did. What'd you major in?
Education. I'm teaching in Mount Vernon now. Kindergarten.
Hey, kindergarten. Oh, boy. Madhouse. What's the number?
Bring that sinner home.
You're teaching kindergarten. That must be swinging. Is this a progressive school you got? All right, children, let's all sing Bring That Sinner Home. Must be a great class.
Okay.
Bring That Sinner Home.
Mel has it. Mel has it.
All right, Mel.
Mel and Clark.
Here we go.
Girl of the age of flesh, bring that sinner home. Worked so hard he could not stand, bring that sinner home.
That's not the one you were thinking of. Well, just as well. I don't want to think of that either. How does yours go? Bring That Sinner Home.
Mine goes, Gabriel done say to the Lord, there am one sinner left. Glory, Lord, glory, Lord.
That's the verse she said.
No, it isn't.
Wait till she gets to the chorus.
Well, that comes quite a bit later.
How long a verse is this?
That's a pretty long verse.
That's the verse.
Ask that one sinner to repent. Oh, Lord, that sinner, I'm sorry now. Glory, Lord, ask that one sinner to...
You don't teach these children music, do you? Okay. Hey, that's very good, though. All right. Oh. Beyond the Fringe, the Gold Theater. There is a sinner. Somebody else? You have a what? Oh, you want to, yeah, you look like a skier.
Well, I'm dressed for the weather.
Well, that's good. Who are you?
Sally Spitzer,
Where are you from, Sally?
D.C.
What are you doing in New York?
We're honeymooning. After 3 years of marriage, my husband and I are taking our honeymoon.
After 3 years, it's a long wait, isn't it?
We decided we finally needed a break.
And 2 children? I think that's real sweet. You probably couldn't afford to take it when you got married or something, and you saved up the money now. Are you having fun on your honeymoon?
Wonderful time.
Oh, good. It's nice weather for honeymoon. Snowed in and all. What's the number?
Auntie Skinner's chicken dinner.
Another chicken?
So I said I have another chicken dinner.
Auntie Skinner's chicken dinner. Yes, we know with the client here.
Auntie Skinner.
No. Wrong.
They seem to think that's not it.
That's not it, huh?
The flip side, in case he wants to know, is the little old Ford that rambled right along. Maybe he knows that one.
What?
The little old Ford that is on the flip side. It's a collector's item. As soon as we find the collector, we'll get it. There's only one person who collected that, and I think you're it. How does that go?
Which one, Auntie?
Well, I don't know. I don't even care now. I'll take either one.
Come along to Auntie Skinner's chicken dinner. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know the rest of the words.
Come along to Auntie Skinner. What is that? Kind of a song is that? Well, that's for you. And have a happy second honeymoon. Or is this a first honeymoon? Well, first one. Do I have to do something here? Come along to Auntie Skinner. Hold on. Whenever our next guest is in town, playing at New York's one of New York's most popular supper club, the Embers, we ask him to stop by and bring a little of his music, and he's with us tonight, and he swings. Mr. Jonah Jones.
Well, don't forget that Monday day that you promised me last Tuesday. I have found a cozy place where we can meet at noonday. I'll be waiting, no hesitating, 'cause I found a place just for mating. Yes, Mama, don't forget that Monday day that you promised me last Tuesday.
On our stage, ladies and gentlemen, the famous cleansing tissue test. Places hold the bell. Would you hold the trumpet up there, please? I want you to hit your highest note. There you are. You see that? I knew it was a fix. Don't thank you, Dad. See you later.
That's great. John, they'll be back later in the show and do another slug for us here. Already? Nothing has changed, right?
Nothing.
Right back into rank commercialism. Well, it's not that rank. We're very happy with it.
Very nice
We
commercial.
want to thank the Rank Company for making it possible. I forgot to mention 11:30. I thank the early stations, but I want to thank you and Skitch for filling in on Friday and Monday last night. Thank you. Because I saw both of you, and you really do some wonderful work. And I think you're a lot of trouble, yes. I was down the Virgin Islands at St. Croix, which is one of the Virgin Islands. I had never been there. And gee, it's delightful down there. And to come back to this is such a change. I was out there this morning at about 7 o'clock on the beach. We got a plane at noon. It's only 3 hours. And gee, it's nice down there. Just get away from it. Seems like you're gone for 2 weeks. But we were a place called Grapetree Bay down there. And you know why it's named Grapetree Bay? Because right there on the bay, there's a grape tree. One grape tree, you know. Well, they can't call it an avocado. It's delightful to have little houses and cottages and a lot of fun. But my vacation started out as a comedy of errors. You know, I don't get away on the show much, and none of us do, for a few days at a time. So I got on the plane Friday, my wife and I, Joanne, and started off to the Virgin Islands. And I'm sitting on the plane, and I start doing, I thought I had a little eyelash or something in my eye. And all the way there, I'm like this. You know, you feel, and I tried all the little tricks you're supposed to do by rolling it up, you know, and rinsing it out. And you're still like this. And it really started to irritate me. So we landed, we went to St. Croix. And finally, I didn't know what to do. This was really bugging me. And so the guy at the hotel called a doctor. And luckily, they had an ophthalmologist on the island, a regular eye doctor. And he came over and he said, you have a piece of metal. First time in 38 years, I found out quite a few people have had this happen. It was a little piece of rust from some kind of metal embedded in the eyeball.
Gee.
And I had to go in, and this guy, you know, they anesthetize the thing, and then they come in with little instruments, and you do all of this. And so, for instance, from Friday till Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock, I didn't see. They had that, because the only way you can get rid of this, I mean, is to because it was irritated so badly after they took it out, was to blindfold me. So I had complete rest. So I sat down there from Saturday till Sunday afternoon at 4 and didn't see a thing. And I'd say, how's the weather? She'd say, beautiful. I'm coming into breakfast, you know, and I can hear the surf. And it was wild.
I could have told you a lot about that because many mornings your eyes have looked rusty to me.
Yes, well, that was a far different cause than this. But luckily it turned out all right. The eye is a very, very delicate.
Look, you know,
it's still a little, the lights here it's still a little light sensitive, so if I blink a little tonight, I don't think I'm flirting or anything. But
all right.
Luckily he was a good doctor. He got it out. But what a way to start a vacation for 2 days. But I did get some skin diving in, and it was nice. I got my back burned. You know, I have to come back with a little sunburn. But it's a nice place down there. But they're really coming thick and fast, aren't they? Now I want to welcome the Thick and Fast Company. I'm going to introduce Jack Douglas, and Jack is always a little tough to introduce. I'll give you an idea of the kind of guy Jack Douglas is. First of all, he's a fine writer, comedy writer. This is a column he had in one of the papers. I don't even know what it's from. And here's the opening line. This morning while I was getting ready for bed, I suddenly started thinking of the old days on Staten Island where I was born. I started to wonder whatever happened to those people. You know, my mother and father. That's one line at random. And here's another line. He's talking, he just rambles, he's talking about everything. And he says, while I think of it, don't send any more money to the Navajo Indians. They're not buying sheep at all. They're buying arms. Last week we lost 3 Greyhound buses in Arizona and 2 in Utah. The poor passengers thought it was a rest stop until they all wound up looking like Yul Brynner. You see? So he's trying to stamp out the Indians once and for all. He has books like My Brother Was an Only Child, Never Trust a Naked Bus Driver, A Funny Thing Happened to Me on the Way to the Grave, his autobiography. A strange sense of humor, as you will find out. Meet Jack Douglas. Jack?
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
You don't get to hear my introductions, do you? Because you're...
No, you were reading from a clipping or something.
I was reading one of that nutty article you wrote for Variety some time back.
Oh.
Where you ramble along, singing a song, talking about this and that.
Yeah.
I got back on vacation. I didn't have a chance to see you.
I know you did. The Virgin Islands. Huh?
I was in diving. You were on vacation, but I haven't seen you since you got back.
Well, I wasn't exactly on vacation. I was in Puerto Rico. I was an exchange welfare case.
Really?
Well, it worked out pretty nicely,
I
too.
didn't know they had him.
Yeah, sure. I haven't been doing much in television lately. You know, in front of the camera. I've been behind the scenes on another network. Been working in the wardrobe department. This is true. I've been sewing. See? I know this is, yes. I'm very good, really.
I didn't know.
Yeah, sure. I made a couple of dresses for Danny Kaye.
On his show.
Yeah, for between shows. And also, I've been playing the... gee, these are noisy.
Noisy cufflinks,
yeah. Well,
if you're comfortable that way,
I should have worn my rubber wrists. No, I tell you, I've been playing the guitar for a group of folk singers, you know.
Well, that's very big now.
Yeah, well, this, you know, Peter, Paul, and Mary, well, I haven't been working with them. No, I've been working with Peter, Paul, and Mildred. And, you know, all these folk singers, they have beards, you know, and you should see Peter, Paul, and Mildred.
Really?
Hers is lovely.
I didn't. She has a beard,
marvelous. She'd be very pretty if she wasn't bald, you know. But she's married, you know. She married a Beatle. No, not one of those rock and roll singers. And,
oh, I was talking about the guys in England.
No. A Beatle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's an agent for William Morris.
Didn't know that.
Books, Dungeons. And,
Books, Dungeons?
And strollers and sewers, you know. That kind of but I have been working in my profession. Writing is my profession, you know.
Well,
I just found that out. But anyway, no, I've been writing some very sexy articles for the Popular Mechanics. You know? Yeah, they want an article on, you going to smoke all during my act?
Oh, it's just kind of a pause here to make you feel comfortable.
Oh, thanks very much. All right, John. Look, you guys. No, I've been writing about, they want to know about the wife swapping up in Connecticut, you know. And I went up there, did a little investigation, and that's what's going on up there. They have these wife swapping parties, you know. And actually, it's a little tough on some guys because they have to give green stamps, you know. But no, this is true. I know about
I
this.
believe everything you tell me, Jack.
Well, my brother told me this about... Sorry. My brother told me about this a long time ago. He was in New Haven, you know. He graduated from Yale this last spring. And he told me about this. He's a bartender up in Buffalo now, you know. Well, he thought he started at the top. You're not going to fool around with that, huh? But actually, he was very popular at Yale, you know. I'm still talking about my brother. Yes. Well, he was voted the one most likely to be found dead in a motel. Alone. But I don't think that's going to happen because he just got married. You know? He did? Yeah, married a girl. Very conservative.
Well, what is this? We have to go away for a few seconds?
I may go away for a few
No, just stay right here. We got... Welcome back. We just had a snowball fight. We're talking with Jack Douglas, who's on loan to us for this evening.
What do you mean by that?
You've quieted down a lot since I first met you. When you were out there, and you weren't married, and now you married Rachel, and you've got a 2-year-old boy now?
2 years old, yes.
He used to do the nuttiest, wildest, insane things, but you kind of mellowed a little bit. Like what? Well, when you had that home out in Northridge, remember the house you built in Northridge? And he put a sign out in front, or a couple of blocks down the way. It only had one road. It said Northridge Lion Farm. Beware. Now, you know, that's not normal.
Oh, I want to keep property values down.
You keep them down.
I did, yeah.
Then didn't you build a house that had no door? I mean, you had to leave the house to get to any other room?
Yeah, that was after a fire.
He had a fire once, and so he figured, you know...
They're all stapled together, all these little houses.
So he built a house. It was all a lot of little houses, but to get to the bedroom, to the kitchen, you had to go outside the house. Every room had a door.
It was built on the plan of a powder magazine. If one goes, the rest don't go, you know? That's true.
What happened to the house?
Well, the first house burned down, and the second house is now a state park. It is. But, you can go by there. They're walking around in straight jackets, you know? Waving with their chins. You know, they can't put them on.
You do any of those nutty things anymore?
I don't do anything. I never did anything crazy. That's just a big legend that's been built up. I'm a legend in my time, and it's killed my business entirely.
You were telling us about your brother. Do you really have a brother, or do you make all this stuff up?
No, I don't make up a brother. No, I got a brother.
You have a brother?
Yeah, I have a brother, and he just got married, is what I was trying to say, and he married this lovely girl.
Good.
She used to be a bunny.
Oh.
Not in a club, in a hutch. But she's a little, I wouldn't say she was too bright, you know. No, when I say she's not too bright, she has to read the instructions on a jar of Arid.
Before she knows what...
Before she cooks it.
Well, she's not too bright.
Yeah, well, you know, those spreads they give at cocktail parties, you know. You give you a jar of Arid and a piece of...
Melba toast or something.
Melba toast. What's other stuff?
Zwieback.
Chips.
Zwieback.
I miss Zwieback for years.
Yeah, for sure, really.
No, they've got the opium-flavored Zwieback now. Keeps your child quiet for hours.
And days. Yeah. And a week. So, what else can we talk about tonight?
Well, did you know, I just read something very interesting in the paper about Dick Gregory.
Yeah, I know that.
You know that Dick Gregory is the only Negro in show business that's not Jewish? That's true. That's true. He's Italian.
You're insane.
No.
You're
I hope that doesn't offend anybody.
No.
No, I mean, I wouldn't do anything to hurt any majority.
You're insane.
Where'd you go?
He did. You know, I've quoted a lot of your lines a lot of times here, but I always give you credit.
I know you do, Johnny. You're very kind.
And I think the funniest joke I've ever heard, and I think I did on a show. Now, maybe it's not yours. It'd be awful if I was telling a joke and giving you credit.
Well, I'm very honest. If it's not mine, I'll say so.
But I thought
After
it was
the
a
show.
what? Was this the one about your uncle who was brought up for burning down the hotel because they said he was smoking in bed? Does that premise sound familiar? And he got off from the judge because he told the judge that the bed was on fire when he got into it? Is that yours?
No.
That's not yours?
No.
No, I always give you credit.
I wish it were. Thank you very much.
Where did I hear that joke?
Might be yours.
Why couldn't we?
Yeah.
Why couldn't we have booked the guy who wrote that joke? Scream. No, I thought that was yours. Oh, you did.
It's a funny joke, it really is.
You just finished a book, didn't you?
I finished a book called The Adventures of Huckleberry Hashimoto.
Your son?
It's about our son, yeah. Somebody called him Huckleberry Hashimoto. His name was Bobby, but
Is it the Huckleberry
Hashimoto?
You're not going to let that boy grow up with that, are you now?
No. We call him Bobby.
Will he ever live that down? No, if the kids find out that he was called Huckleberry Hashimoto, you know.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the book won't be so popular.
Did you just finish it? Is it funny?
Oh, it's very funny. Yeah, it really is. It's all about a trip we took, you know.
Yeah, you got back from Japan.
To
What asked you about
Japan,
that?
Tahiti, Honolulu. Places like that.
Went back home and met Reiko's folks and so
Yeah.
on? I want to hear about it. Where's
Yeah.
Reiko's going to come out in a minute. I'll
Yeah.
ask her about the trip. Can I do this first? But now, if you haven't met her before, I would like you to meet Jack's charming wife, Reiko. Reiko, come in now.
Sounds
see.
like somebody's dead.
Sounds like what? Somebody's dead? Is that what they play at funerals?
Sounds like.
Oh, a little Japanese funeral
They
music?
don't play that at funerals at all in Japan. They play Goodbye Mama, I'm off to Yokohama. Sure they do.
I didn't know that.
Big star at funerals over there. J. Fred Coots wrote it.
Did he really?
Sure he
Goodbye,
did.
Mama, I'm off to Yokohama.
Yeah.
Well, he's a famous songwriter. He could have
He's a
written.
very famous songwriter.
So how are you?
Fine, thank you.
You look lovely.
Thank you.
I never know how you're going to be dressed when you come out. Some nights you wear a Western dress, and then sometimes you wear the
Oh, yeah, I was
typical.
sometimes lazy, so I wear Western.
You're
American.
lazy if you wear American?
Yeah, I think so lazy. I should wear Japanese clothes always.
Does that take you longer, you mean, to get
Yes,
dressed?
about half an hour, so.
Half an hour?
Yes,
Do you do it by yourself?
yes.
Jack doesn't,
No,
all I really know is that in the back, that's an obi.
Obi, yes.
That's all I really know, but it is lovely. Is that a new? Did you buy that on your recent trip?
No, this is old one.
On the old trip?
Yes. I don't have a chance. No, I mean, not old trip. I
It's
don't
an it's an old dress.
Yeah, old dress, yes. This time I don't have a chance to buy dress.
You don't?
No.
Why not?
He's not interested to go out in Japan, you know. He's so complaining about so hot. But New York is hot too, huh? But like the same kind of weather. And he said, like a South Africa. Saying like a South Africa.
It was like South Africa. in
Yeah,
Japan.
he said. So I don't think, I think the same New York.
Yeah. Where'd you go on this trip? You went all over. Where did you go on this trip?
We went to Tahiti first. And
Tahiti.
I think you're interested.
That's where I'd like to go.
Oh, that's where you say.
All I see are the ads, and for Tahiti, and or the National Geographic magazines that always show the girl beautiful in this pool.
Yeah.
The Tahitian, it says, and she's always, with the raven black hair, and it's gorgeous. Is that true?
It's really a fella.
Right. Well, with a waterfall.
But over there, damp, though.
Hmm?
Damp.
It's damp.
It's damp.
Yeah.
Pretty damp.
And a lot of alligators there, no?
A lot of alligators.
A lot of alligators.
Yeah.
Lizards.
I can understand her, Jack. You don't have to. She says alligators. I understand
I haven't
alligators.
been on television in so long.
I see it's just all
most of it.
anything at all.
I got the recorder turned on back there. I don't want to
So you don't want to miss a word.
Say a few things.
There are alligators in
And
it.
after that, we went to Honolulu, you know. Honolulu is a beautiful island. And he said he hates Honolulu. And he didn't go out any place. He just sit in the hotel. And during the time, and he keeps saying, I don't like Honolulu. He's a nut. And when
It's an old Japanese expression. It comes handed down from generations. He's a nut.
as soon as I left Japan, he's complaining again. Only he's not complaining Tahiti. He so loves Tahiti. I don't know why. You know, he stay with me. He's a single and went to Tahiti. I understand he loves Tahiti. But he stay with me, you know. Don't you think so? Don't you think it's fun? I mean,
No, I understand.
No, you see?
If he'd have been there alone.
All right, if he been alone, he loves Tahiti. That I understand. But he take with me and he loves Tahiti. That I don't understand that.
Well,
he's in
you can
love
love
with
a
you.
mountain and a girl at the same time, you know.
Yeah, and you get separate checks, too. If you go out with him.
Tahiti is a beautiful place, but the dirty, I think.
It's what? Dreary?
Dirty?
Dirty?
Dirty.
Thought you could understand it.
Huh?
Well, occasionally I miss a word.
Well, I think it's dirty. And a hotel, you know, hotel seats, most hotels change seats every day.
Yes.
But Tahiti, maybe twice a week. Ridiculous. And the shower,
Twice a week. How often do you change the sheets at home?
about twice a week.
Well, I just wanted to check.
No, but, you know, we pay for.
What?
We pay hotel, and we expect, you know,
Clean sheet.
change the seat every day.
And they didn't.
No, and sometime shower, no come hot water. He takes fasting. When I want to take shower, no come hot water. Only cold water. And the toilet, and no water come out, sometimes stuck.
They had the
And
plumbing mixed up.
They had the plumbing mixed up?
Hooked up wrong, yes.
That he loves that.
No, the bathtub flushed and the toilet didn't.
Well, those are the hazards you accept when you travel.
I love Tahiti. I was there with Bly.
Yeah, I think men
We
love
put him in the
Tahiti.
boat, remember? What?
Men love Tahiti, but I don't think women.
What? I was with you. Well, I wasn't messing around with the Vahinis or anything like that.
Would you let him go to Tahiti alone?
Oh, sure. I don't care.
Well, that shows trust. That shows trust. You trust him.
Because their girls smart, though.
The girls are smart.
So you cannot fool them.
I've never fooled a girl in my whole life.
Oh, my gosh.
It's another old Japanese expression. And then you went to Japan, and he
Yeah.
met your parents. Had he ever met your parents before?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
He met my
I didn't
cousin.
meet him before.
No, he don't meet.
He hadn't met them before you were married, had he?
No,
Pay
no,
attention
no.
to the story.
No, huh? No, when you get off the airplane and father and mother and my brother and two sisters was there. So I said, that was the mother and the father and so and so. And he's not excited, he's relaxing and meet and all of a sudden and mother cry. And he kissed the mother here.
Well, that would make your mother cry.
And the mother cry.
It'd make me cry, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. No, I was just teasing.
Oh, I see.
But he kissed your mother.
Yeah, he kissed the mother, and we went to Imperial Hotel in Japan. And he started complaining. I said, I'm going to take you out. He said, it's so hot, I don't want to go out. And,
I guess I didn't go on the trip at all, huh?
well,
He wouldn't go out in Japan?
and I said, that girl, a beautiful girl in Tokyo, and I want to show you. And I took him some nightclub. He said, I never saw any beautiful girl. I don't know what kind of, you think beautiful girl.
We have different...
Really beautiful girls there, you know, right now, because they got a plastic job operation, you know, and then they make fake big eyes and high nose, take a lot of meat, you know, Oriental people fat face, you see, and they make narrow and they take a lot of meat. And, you know, they fake stuff, and it looks like a really beautiful girl, you know, and he thinks not beautiful.
Just excuse me one
What?
second. You've lost me just a little bit.
Yeah, where?
You said they do plastic operation?
Yeah.
To what? Make the eyes...
Yeah, make a big.
Oh.
Big eyes
Yes.
And put nose, I mean, put plastic in the nose. So high nose, eh? Like American people.
Why would they do that?
Oriental people flat nose, you see?
Well, what's wrong with it? You're a very lovely, pretty girl.
Oh my God! If I have something to gut to fix nose like I go.
If you...
But I don't have a gut.
You don't have a gut?
Well, that's another operation. They give you a plastic gut. You can have that done too, I understand, yes. Get the whole works, you know, they can take out your plumbing and put in anything.
Anyway,
And you can get parts too. Oh, yes.
They get to do-it-yourself kit, too.
so I told him, you know, when you come Japan, you better take off wrinkle, you know? And he said, well, I have to take off the wrinkle.
You wanted him to take off the wrinkles?
Wrinkle, sure. I think it looks better, don't you think? If you get old, you know, when people get old, want more and more younger. So why not?
Would they take? Would they fix his wrinkles?
Yeah, sure.
They'd move them and put them up there. Wherever you need a wrinkle, they'll put it. Maybe they can put them on your knees, and you know, and to go to the beach, you'd be murdered. No, I don't think he should have his wrinkles taken out. He's worked he's had a long, tough life to get those wrinkles.
I had the same wrinkles when I was 14 years old.
Jack probably looked like that when he was 14.
Well, it sounds like a bed, but, not really bad. Everybody have a wrinkle, but, when get...
He's overdoing it.
No, I'm saying that when people get, a wrinkle come, if have, feel like doing better to take a lot of wrinkle, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
No?
No.
No?
Here's a delightful man who, everybody loves him no matter where he appears, and lately he's achieved new dramatic success, doing dramatic roles on television commercials. Would you welcome, please, Mr. Sam Levinson?
That sounds like a Philharmonic.
The maestro is at the podium. Those of you who didn't see the show last time Sam was here, he took out the violin and went over and played with... We had, I think, 10 violinists skitched added to the orchestra that night.
I was observing how American Reiko has become. I remember when she first appeared on TV with Jack, she didn't say a word.
Yes.
Remember how timid she was? And tonight she was telling you.
Sure. They learned very fast. When I first met her, you were working, I think, at the Blue Angel in New York, and you had just been married, and I would say, everything you say, she just smiled. You say hello, she said, uh-huh. Everything was just fine, no matter what you'd say.
That's a safe way,
Safe way, just smile. I don't know how she ever learned English. Coming from it must be terribly
sounds
different.
you just never learn. No matter how long you're going to live, and I hope you live a long time. Certain sounds, by the SH, she hasn't said one tonight. The seat, the changing the seats. Well, they apparently don't say shoe that way as it don't. And you still get along without it. So
I guess so. I understand it perfectly. So how you been?
Fine. Nice to be here again. I had a lot of fun last time. Skitch and I played, and I took my violin out of the mothballs. We had a lot of fun.
Hey, I was going to ask you something the last time you were on the show. We didn't get around to it because we were having such a grand time with the music. But a lot of time, practically 7, I guess I'd be right in percentage saying that 9 out of 10 comedians or people who do humor always have in their act someplace, and I've heard you talk about it, talking about their childhood and the poverty.
Yeah.
I guess it just must be that anybody who dealt in humor must have been poor. But somebody saying I was on the Lower East Side and I was poor. Now, were you really poor?
Oh yeah, we were poor, but I was not a miserable child. I wanted to be clearly understood. I didn't know I was underprivileged, and nobody told me, so I just went around enjoying myself.
That's the difference.
You don't have to be miserable necessarily if you're poor. Though poverty is no. My mother used to say, I'm sure Jack knows his little proverb. Poverty is, it's no disgrace, but it's no pleasure either. You can learn to get along without it if you have to. So I was a happy child because I didn't have money. It was the only thing I didn't have. We had a nice family, had good parents, we had books and music and culture and relatives and living people all around me, and I just had a lot of fun. And as the boys sit around now, I'm the baby, I'm the kid brother, and we still reminisce about the wonderful times we had. And there were some delightful things which normally go to a psychiatrist with.
like these traumas, these great tragedies. My brother and I went. We wanted to see the world. You know, we never got off the block. This was kind of a small ghetto. So we delivered chickens, and we delivered orders, and we carried bundles for ladies, you know. And we wanted to see the world because nobody gave you money. In those days, allowance had not been discovered. Eh? And my father said he didn't understand why he had to pay children for living at home. That's right. So now my kid has a minimum guaranteed wage every week, you know, pay off. And you always end up owing him 12 cents. You owe me from last week, you know. So we delivered orders, and we went to Times Square to take a sightseeing bus to see the world. And what happened to us then should usually lead people to the psychiatrist, but we got used to this kind of thing. We took the sightseeing bus in Times Square to see the world, and the first sight they took us to see was our block. That's right.
Going to show you some of the rough neighborhoods.
That's right. They just drove us through it. Everybody saw us in the bus. Then we got arrested. You know? That's right. Now, we look back and laugh and say, how did these things happen? We got used to it. We had poverty and love. That it immunizes you against it. I know a lot of rich kids who have parents that don't love them. We were very much looked after and regarded.
Do you think people who come from a background of less than moderate or low income necessarily have more love than people who are rich?
No,
You're not trying to draw that
you
correlation,
can have it
are
in
you?
any neighborhood. I've seen slum homes in very classy neighborhoods. It's how you run it that counts, you know. And I came from very aristocratic homes. Just no money, that's all.
Just no money.
Just no money. Everything else was there. We went to Coney Island. That was the, you know, poor man's Monte Carlo, you know. And they gave you a nickel to go and a nickel to come back. That was for the day. And the rest, that's right. And all I had between me and a life of shame was this nickel, you know. And you held on to it. And I was a coward, and I held on to it. And my brother, I have to tell you what happened. You know, you walk the boardwalk just like the rich people, and the fumes of the frankfurters and the custard and the potato chips are killing you. And they put it in fans and throw it out so they hit you in the nostrils. And you're going to this, you know, this horrible agony of dying to eat a frankfurter, and I'm holding on to my nickel, and my brother's mind snapped. And he says to me, I don't care if I never get home. He says, I'm going to eat a frankfurter. Do I have time to finish? Just a story. See? So I said, what are you going to do, Al? He says, you're going to sneak me on the trolley car. See? Now I'm an accomplice to this. So I don't know what he's going to do. So I said, all right, if I have my older brother, see? So I snuck him, as they say, snuck him onto the trolley car, see? And the conductor of the trolley counts the number of nickels and the number of people. And he's short one nickel. Now he's counting heads there, see? And I want you to forgive my brother because you know now what led him to his crime. My wonderful brother sat there quietly eating a frankfurter while they put a little old lady off the trolley.
Good, huh? Strong youth. You bet. Oh. That's a beautiful story.
Yeah, those are the great human interest stories.
You know, when you said that about a trolley car, something came to mind. We only have a few seconds here, and we'll come back and do some more of this. Remember the story you probably do about, it was attributed to Mark Twain. When he went on a train, and he was poor at that time, and he and his friend wanted to get on this train, but they only had enough money for one ticket. And so that's what Mark Twain said. So he says, look, I'll buy the ticket, and you come in and sit under my seat. And so the guy did, and he sat under the seat. So when the conductor came around to get the tickets, Twain had really bought two. He had the money to buy two tickets. So the guy is huddled under the seat, and Twain pulls out the two tickets, and the conductor says, well, I don't understand. Mark Twain says, well, the other's for my friend. He's a little,
That's right.
And left the poor guy sitting under like this with a ticket. What a lovely joke. What would you do in a case like that? How much time do we have here, Jonathan? All right, we'll be back in just a few seconds. Some more Sam stories. Hedda Hopper will be out shortly, so don't go away. I never know whether you folks are waving or drying your laundry, you know, or you're surrendering at this time of morning. Our guests tonight are Sam Levinson Rako and Jack Douglas. Sam, every place you go, and I even asked you about it during the commercial break here, one story you do that everybody loves, and it's not strange, but people like to hear something they have heard, is that story about the chicken business.
Well, this is the classic in each family. You know, when you get together, you remember that day or that night. As I mentioned here, we never went hungry. My mother had one of those magic pots. You remember those kind of housewives? Not a pressure cooker. My mother was not interested in cremating chickens. You know? She had time, and she used to cook slowly. She had a magic pot. No matter how many people dropped in, stick in her hand, and out came chicken legs. Chicken legs, chicken legs. No chicken, just chicken legs, chicken legs. Somewhere there were chickens walking around without legs, because my mother had all the chicken legs here. Well, disaster struck. See? She got caught once. You know, Uncle Louie, Aunt Lena, and the 8 kids happened to be in the neighborhood coming through Connecticut or something. And she sees this mob come in, and she's got 8 of her own. So she calls an emergency meeting in the dark bedroom. That's the one with the window, you know? And she says to us, children, you may have lived through this. She says, children, do me a favor. Say you don't like chicken. See? Now, I understood. You know, we didn't have to draw diagrams for it. If you ever say to York, he said, hey, give up your lamb chops to him, he says, who's him? No? He's an uncle, I'm a child. Who comes first? You know, they know their rights. You see the American kid with the Bill of Rights and the diaper, and he stands still. He's got a 4-year-old lawyer who's advising him, you know. See? So I sat there, you know. I don't like chicken, I don't like it. I sat there, the whole gang of us, while the invaders ate our food, see? And they offered me chicken. I say, I don't like chicken, I hate chicken. I never eat chicken. And I'm going out and the saliva's running out of my ears, down my collar. I hate chicken, I never eat chicken. Well, I paid the price, I cooperated, I was a good kid. When we got around to the dessert, Mama pulled a trick for which a psychiatrist would have her arrested today. She gets up in cold blood and says, now, she says, all the children who refuse to eat chicken don't get any dessert. Isn't that a groan? You get a groan.
Boy. Your mother must have been a pretty smart woman.
And we forgave her because we understood.
Pretty smart psychology,
Yeah,
though.
we knew. You have time for one quickie when Papa lost his mind. Now, my father didn't have any money to spend, but he must have either found a wallet or got a raise or something happened. He took a batch of us to Coney Island. Go ahead, live. And, you know, we wanted juice. Pa, can you afford this? Potatoes? Go ahead, you know, don't worry. Can you afford it? Can you afford it? And we went around affording this and affording that. Well, we've been to potato chips and all the stuff you need, the fuzzy candy and the marshmallows and the works. You tell him my brother Bill comes over with that look in his face, which every parent knows, and he looks up to Pop and says, Pop, he says, if you think you can afford it, I'd like to throw up. But you had to ask first if you can afford it. That's right, because you don't throw the stuff away.
What a family. Not at those prices.
Not at those prices.
You know, often on the show, an MC will say our next guest needs no introduction and then proceed to do about 19 minutes introducing him or her. In this case, I don't think I need it. Would you welcome, please, Miss Hedda Hopper.
Thank you very much. Oh, I thought I'd never get on.
You think you were about ready to give us up?
But it was wonderful, dear. You know, I get a little nervous before I come on a television show.
You do?
And I thought, well, now, I think I'll say a little prayer. And then I thought, gee whiz, I can't do that. That's the federal rap.
Yes. I don't know that applies to television or not. That'd be awful to be picked up on that offense, wouldn't
Wouldn't it be dreadful? You know, I know that you can't say anything political on any of your shows.
Why
but
not?
I'd like to say that I think I know what they could do with Cuba. I think Joe Kennedy is so rich he could buy it. Jackie Gleason could sit on it and sink it. And Harry Truman could tell you what to do with it.
We'll probably have a cable from Cuba tomorrow and want equal time on that, but maybe that would... Hey, it's nice to see you again. I missed one of your wild hats, so I talked about your hats earlier, and now you come out with a flower.
Well, darling, this is a Mr. Kenneth creation.
It is.
And he said after he finished doing it, he said, have you any flowers around this joint?
Yeah.
The Waldorf Tower. And I said, well, yes, go in the other room, pick a few. And he took these. They're tiger lilies.
Are they
dear.
real?
And fresh. Oh, yes, feel.
Well, I wouldn't know a real tiger lily from a... I haven't, I'm not up to feeling tiger lilies
No,
lately.
he was...
I wouldn't.
I think tiger lilies are the nicest here.
Mr.
I
Kenneth,
like
he's
the
pretty,
name,
he's pretty
don't
high
you?
class, isn't he, Mr. Kenneth? Isn't
I
that-
think they are, too. Yes, Mr. Kenneth did the whole thing.
He looks very
I'm
nice.
so glad to see you again. I'm so glad to see you, Sam, and all of you. You're wonderful. When am I going to see your brothers again? You know, he has the most wonderful brothers. Have you heard about the brothers?
I've heard about his whole family. I've never met his brother.
Oh, darling, he has 6 brothers and a sister, and they all play instruments and play beautifully. One is a doctor and a lawyer, and they're perfectly wonderful. I saw them on...
Gary Moore. No, I've got a
Gary Moore
secret.
Show. I've got a secret.
Could we get a package booking some night? I mean, book the whole
Of
class?
course, you'd have a marvelous show if you had to.
I believe it.
Not that you haven't got marvelous shows all the time, but it was one of the most enchanting things I've ever seen, and I haven't seen it since. And that
No,
was
they
so
were only on once. We gathered all our brothers together, and they took out all the instruments they played as kids, and we reformed the old orchestra and gave a concert. It was delightful.
It was perfectly
You want to talk about me for a while? I mean,
I want to talk about you.
you go on his show, you can talk about him, but you haven't said a nice thing about me yet.
No, I think it's wonderful.
What are you
I
doing
want to
back
talk
here?
about
I mean,
your
isn't it-
eye. Did that really happen?
That
Did
really
about
happened,
your
yeah.
eye?
It's all right. Luckily, I had a doctor there.
Well,
But
for heaven's sake.
It's fine.
You know, Bob Hope has been having a great
I know
deal
he
of
has.
trouble with his eye, and I begged him not to go overseas because I was terribly worried about him. I've been on 4 of those trips
I know
with
you
him.
have.
And he came back and called me the day after he came back, and he said, you know, Hedda, I feel 200% better than when I left.
Well, Bob has to work that way. He just
Well,
has
he has to, but he said, when those boys throw their hearts at you, it's just wonderful. Isn't that a lovely
Jack has worked for Bob. He knows. Bob must do it. Bob would probably be out doing a...
I threw my heart at him.
Doing it. Did you throw your heart at Bob?
I threw mine at him a long time ago. Oh, he's a wonderful
No,
man.
he's a wonderful guy. He really is.
Oh, wonderful. But he did. He felt 200% better
Sure.
after he came home.
Yeah, but Johnny's right. He really has to go.
Oh,
he
he has
doesn't
to.
want to stay home.
Oh, he wouldn't stay home. Oh, if he crawled on his hands and knees, he'd go.
What are you doing
You
out
would
of...
too.
Yes, I would. Yeah. What are you doing out in the land of milk and honey? I mean, in this kind of weather.
I love this weather.
Yeah.
I was out all day yesterday. I walked in the snow. I'm an old Pennsylvania girl, you know, and we had snow in Pennsylvania. Oh, yes. Do I remember that snow?
You're not Pennsylvania Dutch.
Partly.
Partly
I'm a little bit of mixture of everything, dear. I'm just what you call a mongrel. But, oh, it was cold yesterday, but I loved every minute of it.
It's nice for a change, okay?
It was wonderful. You missed it.
Yeah? I
And
don't
weren't
like
you
this.
glad?
I kind of was yesterday. We're
No,
coming
but
up to California next month.
Oh, good.
We'll
Maybe
be
I'll
out there.
see you out there.
We'll be out there for 2 weeks.
No, well, come out there and I'll let you ride in the new car.
Oh, I know. Then you'll want to go to Mulholland Drive and Neck and... You accept a ride from these Hollywood girls, and before you know it, you're out on Sepulveda Boulevard. You know up there. I'll take you up there. Take me around.
You see, I have young blood, but it's in an old container. Well, I'd hate to think that in my September years, I had blown June, July, and August.
You have. Not if you think that way. You haven't. Hedda, you invited me for a ride in your car when we come out to Hollywood. Is this a special? I didn't follow up on that, but is this a special car or something? It sounded like there was something special about it.
Oh, yes, it's a Rolls Royce. I got it for nothing. I got it for nothing. I met the man.
How does one get a Rolls Royce? I mean, as a fellow.
Well,
I'm not impugning anything at all by that. I mean, how did you get a Rolls Royce for
well,
nothing?
dear, I only met the man once. You see, the News of the World bought my story. And I was invited to have luncheon with the editor, and he introduced me to the owner. And you know, when the conversation lulls a bit, and you say you think of something facetious, and I said, his name was Sir William Carr, and I said, Sir William, I know why you're giving me this luncheon. It's just a little dividend because you got my story for nothing. And he said, well, Miss Hopper, not quite for nothing. And I said, well, almost nothing. And then I passed on to something else. The next morning at 9 o'clock, the head of the Rolls-Royce company called up and said, Miss Hopper, Sir William Carr has just bought you a Rolls-Royce. Well, I thought somebody was pulling my leg. And I said, would you mind saying that over again? He said, Sir William Carr has just bought you a Rolls Royce.
Said it the same way the second time.
Exactly the same. And I said, why? And he said, my dear Miss Hopper, when a gentleman buys a lady a rose, we never inquire as to the reason.
A very discreet company. Huh? Hey,
But isn't that wonderful?
Well, that's a beautiful automobile.
Oh, it's a beautiful automobile.
So I'll go for a ride in
It's
it.
a silver cloud. When you come out to the coast, I'll let you ride in it, and I'll let you borrow it. And you're the first one I've said that to.
Now, you said that coast to coast. Now, when I call you and say this Johnny Carson,
Yes, you can
say,
have it. You
don't,
can have it.
Don't give me that
Because-
wrong number business.
No.
I get a lot of those out in Hollywood, you know. When I call girls for the S.
Which Hopper?
Which Hopper did you want? No, I'm sorry, she's not here.
Well, they might think you're calling my son, too. I have a handsome son, you know.
Good actor, too.
Yeah, I think so, too.
William Hopper, he's a fine
Yes,
actor.
he's on the Perry Mason show.
He plays the
They're beginning their 8th year. What?
That's
Oh, my
right. Well, Perry
granddaughter,
Mason
I've
gets
got
credit.
most
Her son is out doing all the legwork. That's Bill Hopper.
And
yes.
I've got a wonderful granddaughter.
I couldn't believe this.
You have a
well,
granddaughter?
She's 16. She's an honor student at Santa Clara College. She's the youngest girl in the college. She's perfectly divine. I'll introduce you to her, and then you'll never speak to her grandmother again.
Well, 16 is a little young, and, you know.
Not for you, Johnny. I've seen you take on younger.
You see, it's an old saying, like the grandmother, like the granddaughter. You're talking about your story. This is a book, The Whole Truth and Nothing But. And it's the innermost secrets of Hollywood and so forth and so on, right?
Yes.
Is this really the inside story of what goes on out there?
It really is. It's the inside story, and it's sold over 100,000 copies, and now it's gone into paperback.
Yeah. How do you get all your information now? Do you have people that they call you, and do they...
Oh, I do my own leg work. I can still walk, you know.
Oh,
I don't have most people have a leg man, but I don't have a leg man. I just call them up, and I trick them into saying things, and they're very nice, and I have a lot of friends out there.
Well, people call you sometimes even before, you know, if they're going to have a baby. I mean, sometimes the woman will call you before they even tell the husband.
That's right. Well, you know, they used to call Miss Parsons, you know. Llewellyn and I haven't always been the greatest friends in the world.
I've heard that, yes.
Yes. We've had feuds once in a while. And when she heard that I was writing a book, she called me. She hadn't called me for a long time. She said, Hedda, I understand you're writing a book. What's it called? And I said, The Whole Truth and Nothing But. And she said, oh, dear, that's what I'm afraid of. And then I said, well, how do you feel? She hadn't been feeling very well, and I felt very sorry for her. And she said, oh, I feel awful. I think I'm going to die. And I said, oh, don't be silly. You'll outlive us all. And she said, yes, I think I'm going to die. And then there was a long pause, and she said, Hedda, wouldn't it be wonderful if we died together?
Hardly know whether that's a compliment or not.
She said, well,
the family plan again.
We could have the most beautiful funeral in the world. And I said, well, you die in your time and I'll die on mine.
But you both have pretty remarkable careers. I don't know.
Well, you see, she was very well established before I ever got in on this racket. I didn't know what a tough racket it was when I got into it. I thought it was going to be, you know, simple. I'd never written anything but a letter in my life, can't spell, and still can't spell. And people said, well, you must have had a wonderful education to be able to write a column. I never got to high school.
You didn't?
No, never made it. But I made the column.
Yeah, you sure did. Hey, weren't you once called the most feared woman in Hollywood? Wasn't that...
Oh, yes, that's what they say about me in England, dear. But it's not true. I like to think I'm the most beloved woman in Hollywood. And I nauseate myself when I say that.
Why would they say you're more... did they feel that you could really hurt their career or help their career, or...
No. You know, a lot of people can't stand the truth, Johnny. You know that.
Yeah?
And you tell the truth and they don't like it. And the first 8 weeks that I wrote the column, I was the kindest thing that ever walked down the turnpike. I said only the sweet things. And Mr. Louis B. Mayer's assistant, Miss Ida Coverman, said, now, Hedda, they're laughing at you. And you can't allow that to happen. Now lower the boom and begin to tell the truth about them. And I did, and the telephone never stopped ringing, and they said, well, how can you say a thing like that? I said, because it's true. Yes, but you were my friend. I said, yes, put that in the past tense. If you want me to print something about you, you give me a good story. Otherwise, I'll tell what I know, because that's what I have to do.
So how do you find these things out? That's what I'm interested in. You know?
Well, I'm a snooper at heart.
I mean, you don't go around peering in windows. I mean,
No,
Hollywood or anything
I
like
don't
that.
know.
That
No,
type
you
of-
see, I know all of them. I've been there for so long that I know them all. They trust me, mostly. Of course, the young ones don't know me, so I get on better with the young ones.
Well, can you fill us in? Have you got anything, you know, that's coming up? A lot of people like to know what's going on out there, and I don't follow too close, you know.
Oh, well, have you noticed the titles of our pictures lately?
Some of them.
Well, you see, there's Pillow Talk, Not Tonight, Henry, Who's Sleeping in My Bed, Move Over, Darling. Sometimes I wonder if the producers are producing the pictures of the Murphy Bed people.
You know, what do you think about all that? This emphasis or partial sex bedroom drama that they play with so-called emphasis on comedy, but with those kind of titles and...
Well, I think it's too bad because I think you can have clean comedies without that, and you don't have to put a sexy title on it. I don't know. I think I'm so bored with pictures of sin, sadism, and all of that. I like wonderful pictures. Now, the most wonderful picture this year is Tom Jones. Have you seen it?
I have, and it's excellent.
I've seen it 3 times. I think it's going to sweep the board at Oscar time.
It is a funny, funny picture.
Oh, it's
and yet,
terrible.
within that picture, it is not sexy per se.
No.
But there's a lot of, let us say, hanky-panky going on.
Oh, it's a little stronger than hanky-panky.
Yeah. The way in which it is handled so honestly and so out in the open that they're not sneaking about it and trying to be coy about it. It's lusty, and it's back in, I guess, 17th century England.
Oh, yes.
And this is the way they live, and they play it honestly, and it's amusing, and at the same time, it's a lusty thing, but it's not that little, aren't we being cute?
No.
In the bedroom type of stuff, you know, and they drop these little jokes, and everybody snickers and says, isn't that cute? That stuff I don't go for, but this is a great picture. And that Albert Finney
I was
is
just
a
sorry
fine
I
actor.
wasn't born in that century, dear.
I was kind of hoping, yes. They rode in and were jousting and loving and drinking, and that's all they did, I guess, most of that time.
Do you remember that love scene when they were in this embrace, in the bedroom in each other's arms, and he was trying to read the letter from his girlfriend, and she was making love to him, and
That was
he'd move her around. It's priceless.
That was
it's
beautiful.
One of the most beautiful things you've ever
Trying to read a
seen in
letter
your
from
life.
his other girlfriend while he's in the arms of the other,
while he's
over the
trying-
shoulder. That's a great picture. I think you're right. I think that will win a lot of awards.
Oh,
It's
I
all
think
already won, I think, the New York Drama
What
Critics.
have you got there, dear?
It's Mickey Rooney's Kitchen.
I wish I had one like
You
that.
had that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
We've moved Jonah over in the home of his compatriots over there. You feel comfortable up there? Yeah. Here once again is Jonah Jones. back now. Jonah, that was just great. Just magnificent.
Oh, Johnny, thank you very much. Thank you.
It was. I
I was
love
a
the
little
way
nervous.
you sneaks into those soft notes. You're wonderful.
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous there, you know.
Oh, yeah, you
pretty
played
good,
very
made it pretty good in
nervously, I know.
rehearsals.
Yeah, Sam, we should have doubled you up tonight with a violin. We were going to have Sam do a little stuff. We'll save it for next time. We were going to do what? A little square dance?
Oh, we were going to do some minuets and square
And
dance.
I don't know how to square dance.
You
It's
never
been
learned?
once,
It's
but
more fun.
you know how to call them?
No, you were going to call them.
I was? Oh, boy. Turn to your left and go by the Clyde and down, and they have all kinds of wild. Sachet, you know?
That's all right.
Where would you know from square dances?
I don't know, I used to be a big apple caller.
That's kind of seasonal work, isn't it? There's not a big demand for that anymore, is there? Migrant apple.
This morning we had a hog caller on the show. He was wonderful.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, he was lovely.
Suey, you mean Suey?
Hmm?
Suey, that's what they call him.
Yeah, over there.
Oh, Suey, oh, that I know.
Miss Harper, do you remember when I gave you a pig for Christmas?
A what?
You don't remember, huh?
A what?
I gave you a little pig for Christmas once. Long, long time ago in
A
Hollywood.
live pig?
A live pig, and you don't remember.
Is that the one that went up to
I don't know where
Mary
it went.
Pickford's house because he liked his...
Probably, yes. I heard
the
some
pig
stories
liked
about
her
it.
food and the garbage can better than mine?
That's the one.
I suppose it's not easy to remember when you get a lot of pigs for Christmas, which one you sent. You know, you have to go through them.
Well, in Hollywood, we call them hams.
Hands. Sam will be out in Cincinnati the 25th this month, Sam. So watch for Sam. Eddie, thank you. We'll see you out on the coast next month, I hope.
Yeah.
For a little ride in the car?
Yeah.
I sure will. Thank you, Rayco. Jack? Already it's over? Yeah. That's a compliment. Did you say that?
This program was recorded earlier this evening.